Day two in the second phase of the trial of Robert Bowers.
Yeah, today defense attorneys focused on what they were calling imbalances in the gunman's brain. Andy Sheehan has the details.
Well, in this phase of the trial, the defense is trying to convince the jury that Bowers' actions came not from hate, but from mental impairments and delusion, and that he should not face the death penalty. In the guilt phase of the trial, the defense called not a single witness. But now that the trial has entered the so-called penalty phase, they've summoned a parade of medical experts trying to convince the jury Bowers' actions came from delusions. In a day filled with technical medical testimony, the jury was asked to look at brain scans and hear details about brain abnormalities, like Dr. and neuroscientist Andrew Newberg, who, testifying remotely over a video screen, said he found chemical imbalances in Bowers' brain, which he said could result in an inability to process feelings and emotions and could result in delusions and hallucinations. But Newberg and other witnesses fell short of establishing defense claims that Bowers is both a schizophrenic and an epileptic. Newberg said while his findings were consistent with schizophrenia, he could not make that determination. Another witness, radiologist Murray Solomon, testified while he found evidence associated with schizophrenia, he did not put it in his original report. The prosecution questioned Solomon's expertise when he said he learned of the association only later, when he did a Google search. And none of the witnesses actually examined Bowers as a patient and were asked to interpret MRIs and PET scans. Prosecutor Eric Olshan asked Newberg, "Is your conclusion that a person with these results is incapable of killing another person?" Newberg replied, "I don't think that can be answered on the basis of a PET scan." Now, the defense will be putting on additional witnesses tomorrow, all in an effort to convince the jury that Bowers' actions came out of delusion. Reporting at the U.S. Courthouse downtown, Andy Sheehan, KDKA News.
Rabbi Danny Schiff, a scholar with the Jewish Federation of Greater Pittsburgh, says Jewish law states the death penalty should be used sparingly.
Those who take Jewish law seriously, those who are prepared to engage with the sources of Jewish tradition, and then to give thought as to how those sources should be applied in our contemporary circumstances, they generally understand that the overall tenor that I described of the possibility existing for the death penalty, but utilizing it sparingly, that would be the appropriate framework within which to think about their decision-making within the particular denomination to which they belong.